goals conceded. They may have been desperately disappointed with what transpired at Portsmouth in the week, but they are definitively back at their fortress here today. Well, Borough's fading form, with just 3 points from the last 18, has left them vulnerable. To put that into some context, it's 15 points fewer than Southampton in the same period, which is why they've given up so much ground so far. Well, we let both sets of players arrive here, and we get ready for what is a massive, massive game at the top of this championship table. Ipswich against Boro. Boro having spent so long in the top two in this campaign, more than anyone, and yet now down in fifth, looking nervously over their shoulders at Wrexham in seventh. They're now just 5 points behind. But a win here for Boro would move them level on points with Ipswich, just a point behind Millwall. The margin's so tight. It's Millwall, by the way, who theoretically have the most comfortable run in. No remaining games left against the top 10. The onus on these two to right the ship. Ipswich after one poor result, Boro following a series of them. For Ipswich, 4 after this: Charlton, West Brom, Southampton. Then at home against QPR on the final day. For Boro, Sheffield Wednesday at home, Watford at home, and Wrexham away in what could be a titanic final day. George Bernard, long time and very successful manager of Ipswich, and the Boro fans have travelled in numbers. They can barely believe what they have seen. They got 2 for the price of 1 from the sunglasses stand. It looked like it. Everyone's ready. All we need now, 2 sets of players with so much on the line. Dale, Fry and Boro ready and in position. Can they find a way to put things right? Ipswich starts certainly as favourites 2 for that second place. They could still catch Coventry, who are not yet champions, but it would seem very, very unlikely. They can walk from that cramped tunnel, and here they come. Running out of games now. Every moment matters. Of all the other clubs involved eagerly watch on. Millwall and Southampton and Hull and Wrexham, they all still believe they have a chance. Well, Ipswich have made more changes to their starting 11 than any championship team this season. They make 4 here from that defeat by Portsmouth in midweek. Leif Davis comes in at left back for Cedric Kipre. Jack Taylor into midfield alongside Azor Matasiwa. Jayden Philogene makes his first start at home since January. Ivan Athon preferred to George Hurst up front.
Number 5, Azor Matasiwa. Number 11,
reaction from Borough's own defeat by Pompey. Luke Ayling is back. Alex Gilbert comes in for the former Ipswich loanee Jeremy Sarmiento. There's no Hayden Hackney in the matchday squad still, but there is a return on the bench, maybe the most crucial bit of team news in fact, for Borough's much missed top scorer Morgan Whittaker, who may well play his part here. From the start though, it will be Conway and Strelec. Taylor into the side for Ipswich to add strength and solidity to that midfield, the Irishman. Started against Norwich, was missed against Pompey and is back here to give them that steal. And then from a Boro point of view, well, so many crucial contributors. One of them, Aidan Morris, the best tackler at the club in terms of those statistics, the former Columbus crewman, the American, in the heart of that Boro midfield. Kieran McKenna passionately wants to take them back into the top flight, linked with so many other jobs. 104 wins in 217 games as manager of Ipswich. And Hellberg, well, he looked like the saviour, didn't he? He lifted them up since a month and a half ago, has found it difficult. They've got to start putting things right. Ipswich yet to lose this season after scoring first. You feel the urgency today for both teams to get onto the front foot. To do so early, so much at stake. Momentum swings all the way through this run, and will there be another giant one here today? And today's referee, by the way, is Jared Gillett, who referees Ipswich for the first time and Boro for the 7th. Here is Morris. At 1-0 home defeat by Portsmouth after they'd done well to come back against Swansea Borough. They seem to have righted the ship. They were one up, remember, against Millwall 3 games ago, lost that 2-1. Led against Swansea, ended up drawing that. But then to lose at home against Pompey, it felt a bit like a gimme that game, and it was anything but, and that's late. Furlong cleared it away. Challenge slamming into the ankle. Have a look at this. He left plenty in, didn't he? Tommy Conway. He's very lucky that's not a yellow card for me. No more than that, but very lucky. Difficult for referees, isn't it? But, and I'm not saying this is right, but I think half an hour into the game that is a yellow card. It's just hard to produce a card that early. Shouldn't be, but we're all human. Did you expect anything else? Only one win in their last 10 against Boro for Ipswich. This the battle, by the way, of the two of the joint best defences in the Championship. Both have conceded 42. Boro fewer from open play than anyone. Here come Ipswich from open play with Taylor. In from Davis and bounces through for Solbryn. It's not an afternoon for faint hearts, this. Forward by Target. There is Taylor. Greaves. McAteer. Gilbert did well. Then Nunez goes over. See what Luke Ayling thinks of that. It's not going to be an easy game to referee this. And he might protest, but it is a foul. One or two of them, to me anyway, look a bit too fired up here, the Boro players. You can understand the frustration, how it's built and built. So you've got to do your job properly though. Marcelino Nunez with a well-placed free kick. Well, I'd say well-placed, it was too close to Solbryn. See what he was trying to do, get players running in from that far post, but it didn't quite work out. And nor does the clearance from the Boro-born Solbryn. In behind Philogene, frustratingly for Jayden Philogene, who had momentum there. Now Taylor. Matasiwa. Here's Casey McAteer. Little flick just wide of the near post. Nice idea from Ivan Athon. Philogene, and now picked up by Aidan Morris. Cleared up by Dale Fry. Malanda. His Target. Back with Ayling. Maybe a few deep breaths here. Gilbert. Target. Two sides that defend so well. It's a surprisingly open start to the game. Strelec just ran out of room. Luke Ayling with 3 assists, surprisingly, in his last 4 games against Ipswich. Maybe harkening back to the days when he was more of a forward-thinking right-back than a centre-half. He's always had the ability to do both. Ayling. away punching it forward. Swung wide by Ayling. The Frenchman came from Charlotte FC in MLS, same route as Aidan Morris for Boro, and Hellberg had knitted them together so well. See a side constructed for one coach. Departure to Wolverhampton Wanderers, leaving Boro the job to do, and they seem to have got the right man, and they probably still have, but they've slumped at just the wrong time. Done their best to not let that Rob Edwards departure define their season, but kind of hard for it not to, really. A series of 50-50s picked up now by Gilbert. There's Target. Home fans didn't like that challenge. A bit of series of them. That's a good win from Ayling, though. And here's McAteer. Darnell Furlong now. For a moment, Bryn was under pressure, Malanda was all over the place. The referee leaves it be and no VAR, but let's take a look here. Off the shoulder, he actually does well. He does everything but handle it there, Bryn. Quick thinking saved them. Boro with Gilbert. Referee straight away said no handball. Metasiwa it was. Let's have a look. Referee gets one look and he's absolutely right. Arms pretty much pinned to the side. Has to be an unnatural silhouette. People often say how complicated the handball law is. In fact, that specific one isn't that complicated. What constitutes an unnatural silhouette is pretty much what you or I would think. Just from that description, if your arm is out by your side or up above your head or somewhere it shouldn't be, in the natural scheme of things, then it would be a penalty, but it was right down by his side. Run of away games for Ipswich could be problematic. It's why this one is so important, as ball is just given away by Ayling, who is then helped out by Matt Target. McAteer. Matasiwa. Forward by Jacob Greaves. Now Taylor. Taken out there by Brown. Stepped across his path, didn't he? Clear obstruction. Davis with the delivery. Offside against McAteer there after the flick on, I think. Well, that's not right, but in fact it's the player who does flick it on, isn't it? In fact, it comes off a Boro head. It was all wrong, but it doesn't matter. Thankfully it wasn't a goal disallowed or anything like that. These two have the most points per game in the championship when scoring first. The two who've made the most of leads. That's why the first goal is so important. Ipswich round about 2.7, Boro just underneath that. It's a natural statistic when you're as good at the back as they both are. Big hold of the shirt, didn't he there, Fry? There's Target, the back foot was Ailing. Now Aidan Morris. Forward again by Target, and now Alex Gilbert. So Shea charging in to win it, and well used by McAteer for Azor Matasiwa. Great run from Davis to take away the defender for Philogene. Leaf Davis again. And now Matasiwa. That takes a deflection that took any sting out of it, and there wasn't much sting in it, in all honesty. Philogene, Ipswich fans delighted to have him back from the start. Jack Taylor. Now Dara O'Shea, it might turn into an assist here for Athon. Deflected behind for a corner. So Leif Davis to take the corner here. Boro have actually started pretty well, apart from those defensive lapses, almost giving it away. Good solid punch there from Bryn. back to Siwa. Philogene. Nunez to take the throw then. Darnell Furlong eventually takes over. Flicked on by Athon. Here's Dara O'Shea. Away by Bryn. Then O'Shea with the header. Long from Taylor. Nunez. Here's McAteer. Nice change of feet from him. 3 available here. Here's Philogene. Behind for another Ipswich corner. It's got a little bit scruffy and scrappy this. That's to be expected with so much on the line. Punched in by Nunez, away by Ayling. Retrieved now by Philogene, who was bundled off it. It's being played at a frenetic frenzy of a pace here. Tommy Conway. Stranac is offside. He's trying to hold his run, isn't he? Just goes too early. Ipswich relatively well drilled there, as you'd expect them to be. Meticulous planner, Kieran McKenna. Youth player at Spurs, and then a coach there, then at Manchester United as well. One of the assistant managers. Two very good young coaches here, going head to head. Kim Helberg, previously at Hammarby, 2 times runner-up in the Allsvenskan. Philogene. Nunez. Now McAteer. Furlong's made a great run inside him and slides it wide of the near post when he might have scored. Here's Gilbert, back with Aidan Morris. Now Conway for Gilbert. Spun wide by Morris. Wasn't a bad idea, the volley cross towards Strelec, that nearly came off. Here's Malander, and joining in was Callum Britton, and this is better in general for Boro, and it's much better. And it's turned in by David Strelec. And Boro have a massive lead at Portman Road. What a moment that could be. Out of form, Boro in front. Just onside. Round sliding it, Strelec there to slip it home. Remember that statistic about going in front. I know Boro threw away leads against Millwall and Swansea. Could they hang on to this one? Ipswich unbeaten in 15 at home, but behind here. Were it to stay like this, Millwall would stay second, Boro would go level on points with Ipswich behind them and behind Southampton on goal difference by 7 and 3 respectively. Boro next have Sheffield Wednesday at home, then Watford at home. They are both winnable for them, but they won't be thinking of that. They'll be thinking of getting this job done. Marcelino Nunez. There's Greaves for Leif Davis. Strelec, the goal scorer. Gilbert trying to thread one through. Now then, he's given the free kick against Conway. That could have gone differently. Greaves. Now Matasiwa. 21 games in which they've scored first in the Championship this season. Beaten just once, that Millwall game. Of course, none of those statistics matter, but they do tell you something. Drifted forward by Nunez. Here's Greaves, Gilbert across. Furlong. Nicely switched inside and fired home! Casey McAteer with an equalising goal! It swings one way and then the other. The lead lasted barely 5 minutes. It's made by that lovely flick from Athon. Goalkeeper surely should do better for him. Gets a hand on it but can't keep it out. It's a fine finish. But on another day he saves this. It was so important that they responded quickly, and that's exactly what they've done. Second Ipswich goal for McAteer after he scored against Birmingham a couple of games ago. Another crucial one for them. Throw taken by Philogene. Taylor now. Right now Ipswich would be going second above Millwall, but of course they want more than just a draw here. Here it is again. Lovely vision from Ivan Athon. It's by no means a goalkeeping howler or anything like that, but I think he'll be disappointed he didn't keep it out. McAteer. Forward by Matasiwa for Marcelino Nunez. Now Leif Davis. They're under pressure again and they've given it away, and Athon tries to tee up Philogene. so smartly by Taylor. I think a thorn needs to come this way. There might have been a tap in there for Nunez, but it's hard in the heat of battle. Of course it is. Nunez. Corner for Ipswich. Morris in fairly fevered consultation with Jared Gillett, the referee. Leif Davis is going to take the corner here. As always, there's all sorts going on as it's flicked away. Matasiwa. Philogene reacted dramatically, but it was a foul, I think. Brown is certainly taking a risk by making that challenge. Minutes to go until half-time. An exchange of goals, Boro first, then Ipswich. And Ipswich on top at the moment, and Bryn again looks a bit unsteady. Goal kick is the decision. Dara O'Shea, I think, disagrees. He's offside. McAteer. Contact made by the shoulder. By McAteer. Philogene. Now Davis. O'Shea. To Darnell Furlong. Held on to by Taylor. Here goes Jacob Breeze now. Ipswich with so much dominant possession, 76% possession since the Boro goal. They've responded really well. Siwa. Now Philogene, good save this time by Bryn. This time had to sprawl to his right and keep it out. It was hard and low, it was a tough one. Not dissimilar to the one he didn't save for the goal. Went through the defender's legs. That's an excellent stop by Bryn. Right on top of the goalkeeper, who holds on. being fouled by McAteer. Yeah, referee didn't like the shove from Ayling on McAteer there. Fry as captain, entitled to have a word. Launched by Bryn and miscued, and Brown with a painful one there. There's Greaves. Morris does well to win it. Then it's Target. Now it's Gilbert. And Gilbert to try and tee one up, and hit by Strelec, but no power. Once again, Melander does not look full of confidence. Nunez. Conway bursting away. Look at this, Gilbert was in space there. Pass was on if Brown had seen it. It was won back so well by Morris, wasn't it? Morris and Matasuwa head to head. What can Boro do from the corner? Still no foul. Ipswich wanted another one there. I feel there's a bit of roughhousing going on at these set pieces. Furlong. Well, we could see from our angle that should be an Ipswich throw, and it is. Davis. Comes downfield towards Strelec. Here's Nunez. Morris. Malanda. Here's Matt Target. Now it's Aidan Morris. Fouled. Brought down rather cynically as we tick towards time to be added at the end of this frenetic first. Just 1 minute to be added. Has flown by, hasn't it? But after some below average recent displays, Boro have been better here. There's Ayling. And there we are. Dramatic first half, frenetic first half. David Strelec gave Middlesbrough the lead 25 minutes in, a lead that only lasted 4.5 minutes. Casey McAteer slamming past Sol Bryn to make it 1-1. Bryn then made a very good save to deny Jayden Philogene, and Boro came back into it towards the end of the half, but an exchange of goals is the half-time story. It's Ipswich Town 1, Middlesbrough 1. in weight between Ipswich and Middlesbrough. So much on this at the top of the table. At the moment, Ipswich are clawing their way back into second, but they want the win here. Back underway in Suffolk, Strelec and then McAteer with the exchange of first half goals. No changes at half time, but certainly options, including, maybe most intriguingly, from an Ipswich point of view, the former Boro man, Tuba Akpom, and for Boro, Morgan Whittaker. How long does he have in those legs? Philogene. He went one change of feet too many there. Forward by Gilbert. Cleaned up just about by Leif Davis and slammed forward by Walton. Gilbert. Right. Now it's Luke Ayling. Been a good bright start to the second half from Boro. Moment they're not going anywhere for all their recent poor form. Britton with that cross fired in. Ayling making the dart towards the near post, but furlong away. It's a better ball that time, and Ayling again to challenge. Appeals for a hand as Furlong cleared it away. Malanda. And again, Nunez then. Now Leif Davis. Philogene. Davis in support. Here it goes from Davis, great ball in! Only half away Nunez caught that well, didn't he? And then Morris just being dragged back by McAteer. Didn't defend this well. I'd argue there was an offside in there. Good block by Strelec in the end, the scorer of the Boro goal. Got his body in the way. Now Boro again. They have been guilty on 3 or 4 occasions of overplaying. But when you do play through the press like that, it can develop like this. Could be something really special at the end of it. Brown turning it back in for Gilbert, off the post, ricochets through into the arms somehow of Christian Walton. Conway's run initially was excellent, and here's what happened next. Defender post, bit of Strelec into the arms of the keeper. Again, just putting his body on the line, just getting into dangerous areas. And then Taylor caught. And finally, Jared Gillard loses patience. Target, poor challenge, isn't it? First yellow card of the game, he's done well. Loan from Newcastle, his 5th yellow card of the season, by the way. Going away from that left boot of Walton. Now Darnell Furlong to take the throw. There's O'Shea. Now Taylor. This now is Jacob Greaves. And here's Philogene. Up goes Nunez. And then Davis. Siwa. Feels very evenly poised, this. Now Jacob Greaves. Philogene. Here's Leif Davis. Siwa. Now Taylor. In from Davis, but Borough standing strong here. Scott Taylor adds to them, can't you, in that midfield? No team in the Championship has scored more goals from substitutes than Ipswich. 17 is the most, comfortably. Is that going to be the solution here? Jack Clark, George Hurst, Sindravella Egeli, they all wait on the bench along with Chubarakpom, formerly of Boro, of course. Here's Morris though. Ipswich might have left themselves short. Strelec hits it. Really is a sense this could go either way. Aidan Morris. There's Fry. Under pressure there was Callum Britton. There's the save, good stop by Walton. One that he should make. It's a bit predictable from Strelec, but still hit with force and it's on target, so it's a good stop. Conway, now Ayling, can get numbers back now. Matasiwa. Greaves. I asked a question there, David. There was no foul on the goalkeeper. With Greaves. Nunez. Here's that moment. He looked at Philogene, didn't he? Didn't feel it was on. Frustration for Jayden Philogene. Now Luke Ayling. Malander. Forward by Furlong. Here's Matasiwa. Given away by Davies. Clark is going to look to accelerate away. And then he'll try and switch the play to Casey McAteer, but Conway's the one chasing back. Brown. dragged a result from somewhere here, Boro. 3 points from the previous 18. Worst run of anyone in the championship. Here they come again. Sarmiento's going to hit one, and Walton makes the flying save. Ipswich under the pump here. The former Ipswich player Sarmiento curling back towards the keeper rather than hit with the outside of the foot, curving away. McAteer now with some soreness in that calf by the looks of things. Sindravana Egeli is getting ready. Richly talented player, joined this season for big money. They saw something in him. I know he's impressed a lot with not just his ability but his maturity as well for a teenager. This was the initial run from Strelec, then Britain did so well, and Conway there when it mattered. Clark buzzing around. Strelec now. Sarmiento's there in support. Strelec goes on his own. Walton has to make another good save. Ipswich under the pump now. And pulled back again. And Sarmiento again. And it's blocked away. Ipswich defend desperately. And this time deflected behind for a corner. Melander with the hit. The home side clinging on here. Target joined in. Conway then for Target again. Desperate defending. Greaves with a really good block in amongst all of that. What a game. 20 minutes left of it. Morris leaves it for Target. Boro still with 4 inside the penalty area. Britain to float that cross in, and it wasn't far away from finding its target. Now Ayling. Sarmiento. Conway did so well there. In from Ayling and beyond everyone. Here comes Vala Egeli for McAteer, scorer of that equalising goal. He's had a super game. Just feeling that twinge in the leg. Britain. Strelec, Sarmiento, and again Jeremy Sarmiento. Say this has not been the easiest game to referee, and yeah, not an easy job at all. Boro, by the way, with 6 shots on target to 1 in the second half. It's been a remarkable effort from Hellberg's team, but they're not there yet. They could easily be leading 3 or 4-1. Conway to slip it for Strelec. Britain was the one trying to get there. Davis, fizzed forward by Clark, but to no one in particular. There's Fry. Home fans are getting really frustrated by this. Just wonder how important those saves by Christian Walton and those defensive blocks might be. There's still danger here from Ipswich. And it's Messi with Van Egeli, then Messi straight at the keeper. Made it look easy, Solbrin. Ivanathan wanted it slipped a bit more subtly than that. Frustration all around, growing and growing. 15 minutes remain. Boro still in front here. Morris has had a magnificent afternoon in that midfield. Who was down. Can McKenna inspire them? From this point onwards in the Championship this season, Ipswich have scored 20, conceded 5. Both of those marks are the best in the league. They are not done for yet. A reminder that Ipswich have one home game to come after this. QPR on the final day. Between now and then, they go to Charlton, go to West Brom and go to Southampton. Which could be, well, an unbelievably important game. Davis. Furlong now. Athon always blocked, always covered there by Dale Fry. But never reached him. Britain got it away. Big moment coming for Boro. Morgan Whittaker is going to be introduced back into action. Last appearance, the 11th of March. Their top scorer with 11 in this campaign. How important might he be in that run-in? Starting at home against Sheffield Wednesday, Watford, then Wrexham away. Ipswich with one more game yet to play, and that could prove important, but this scoreline, if it stays like this, is immense for Boro. Clark. Furlong. Taylor. Sindravalla Eggerly, can he craft something? He can for Clark, headed away by Fry, under pressure. Ipswich looking for a final push, a final surge. Needed a runner inside. Furlong was in the vicinity, wasn't he? Now Leif Davis with the corner. Wouldn't have counted. At least I don't think it would. It's definitely an offside eventually. Maybe the first header would have done. Let's see. It's right into the goalkeeper. Now he's in front of the keeper. Silly that. Furlong has to be cleverer than that. Goodness me. Double change, further changes from Ipswich. Firstly, for Boro. Hampson's preparing to come on, it's Sam Silvera. Dan Neil is on George Hurst as well. Dan Neil scored in his last appearance against Boro, a Sunderland win. Hansen, Curaçao, the player on for Boro. Scored for them against Preston back in September, Hansen. Not too much since. from target. Britain. Kicking the ball away. Now 5 yellow cards. Sweeping crossfield ball. Ball against Ipswich. The Ipswich players are getting a little excited there, as if it might be a Boro hand, but it was indeed an Ipswich one. Greaves. Boro will feel hard done to here. Those saves from Walton. Couple of really good blocks by Greaves. They look big as well, don't they? Boro had the chances at 2-1. It's a bit of a slice from Walton. Morris has done well. Clark taken out there by Callum Britton, who's going to be sent off, I think, in a moment. Certainly should be. He's on a yellow card. In it goes from Davis. It won't matter, not today, but it'll matter going forward. But it might get worse for Boro. Challenge there by Bala Egerli, but I'm sure he'll book Callum Britton again, who probably knows it. Here's Sammy Silvera. Whittaker waits, no one else. Still, play hasn't stopped. Britain will be aware of what might be waiting. There's Silvera. Good Boro pressure. Morris slipped. Now Hurst. Now they can break with Clark. Clark might want to go on his own. Tries to slip it for Hurst. Britain makes the challenge. And in a way he might as well. He's given it against Hurst, and I think Britain's got away with it. Goodness me. He would have been absolutely sure he was going off there. Well, header by Davis nearly went beyond Walton. Great dramatic afternoon at Portman Road. Do we have a final flourish? Clark. Ailing. Whittaker now. Final minute of the added 8. Clark. That's a ball to nobody, and that will run away, and that might just be that. But it's been some spectacle, this. Still we play. Start does get a yellow card. Britain probably made a worse challenge than that. What a game. What Sunday lunchtime drama. Ipswich saving themselves late. Boro were excellent. Helberg will be furious with the referee, and he'll want a word as well. The late decision to award that penalty. Jack Clark converted. Strelec and McAteer exchanged goals in the first half. Conway put Boro in front, but now Helberg does want a word here with the referee. We'll let him do that. It finishes here. Ipswich Town 2, Middlesbrough 2.
Bye.